a riff this is by the Smiths. Johnny Marr absolutely smashing that clean, chorusy kind of jangly sound. So to play this, it's pretty tricky to play actually. So it actually uses a capo on the first fret on this song, but I'll just play it without, just in case you guys don't have a capo. And also what I'll probably do is a separate episode on this where I'll show you how to play everything. So the main riff, so what we want to do is like an E minor shape up here. So on the G string you've got 9th fret, and then 8th fret on the B, and then 7th fret on the high E. So that goes G, G, B, G, and then you go high E, and then that's 0, so 7, 0. And then you go 9th fret on the G, 8th fret on the B, 10th fret on the B. And then the second time around it goes 9th fret on the G, twice, 8th fret on the B, and then back to the G, 9th fret, and then open high E. And that's like a double stop. 9th fret on the G and 8th fret on the B, so you slide that up a tone, and then back, and then you come to like a bar shape, which is 7th fret, G and B, like that. Okay? Okay, so the riff to Mr. Brightside, probably one of the most iconic indie riffs of all time, certainly in my opinion. So you want to go middle finger up on the 17th fret on the A string, and then you've got, so the shape that you want to have is 17th fret on the A string, 16th fret on the D string, 19th fret on the G string, and then 17th again on the B string. That's your first move, so A, D, G, D, and then you go E, B, G, okay? And then what you've got to do is move that 17th fret on the A back one to the 16th. So what I do is I bar the 16th fret on the A string and the D string with my first finger. Okay, that's your second, and then everything else stays the same. And then again for the third chord, everything stays the same, but what you do is you have first finger on the 15th fret on the low E, miss the A string, 16th fret on the D, 19th fret on the G, and then 17th on the B. And the picking pattern will be E, D, G, D, E, B, G. Okay? So if you want to get that Killers kind of sound, I had like a twin sound, fairly loud and nailed, not too much treble on it. I had like a little chorus behind it with the rate really low and the mix really low, and then like a quarter note delay after that is at 148 BPM. So this riff is an iconic riff by the Spin Doctors. I'm sure most of you know how to play this and have heard it 1,000 times. I'm going to show you how to play it anyway. So you start off with a bar chord on the 10th fret, so an E-shaped bar chord. And then it's 2 solid strokes on that, and then what you do is you go down to a B minor chord, which is on the 7th fret. So the rhythm between those two is, now it's super tempting to give it loads of ghost notes, like, which does happen in the song, but not as much as you think. If you have a listen to the open riff, it's more like, so it definitely holds back on those ghost notes. So the third chord is an A chord, barred on the 5th fret, and then it goes down to a G chord on the 3rd fret, which is an E-shaped bar chord. Sound-wise, it's kind of a Marshall with like a hall reverb on quite a low setting, and there's also a tube screamer in the front that's adding a little bit more high-mid. It's not really adding any gain, it's just adding a little bit more high-mid and a little bit more clarity to the sound. So Blair Park Live, another classic indie riff. So essentially what you're doing with this riff is you're playing E major, but instead of playing it down there, you're playing it a whole octave up, which is up around the 12th fret. Okay. And then you kind of stop it after each strum. And then what you do, you play, it's like a D major 7 thing. So essentially you've got your second finger on the 14th fret on the G string, and your third finger on the 14th fret on the B string. So you don't want to hit the E or the A string there. just go from like maybe the A string down, and then you go to an A sus2 shape, but an octave up, which is 14th fret on the D string and 14th fret on the G string. And the rhythm for that is sound-wise, nailed Marshall, little room reverb with a slight tail on it, a bit of compression in front, not a crazy amount of treble, but quite a lot of presence and mid in that sound. So some of you might be thinking, why is this riff on the list? But I actually do think it's a really cool indie riff, and definitely worthy of being on the top 5 list. So to play this song, essentially what you want to do is, it's like A flat sus4, so it's a bar chord, E-shaped bar chord on the 4th fret. So instead of playing a straight bar chord like that, you've still got your bar there on the 4th fret, but you've got your 3rd finger on the 6th fret on the A, and you've got your little finger on the 6th fret on the G string. Take it off. Okay? So that's your first chord. Then you go to like a C-shaped chord, which is E major. So you've got little finger 7th fret on the A string, 3rd finger on the 6th fret on the D string, and then you've got your bar on the 4th fret still, and your middle finger is on the 5th fret on the B string. So that is the chord, but to make it a little bit easier, what I tend to do is play this shape. So 3rd finger, 2nd finger and 1st finger on the 7th on the A, 6th on the D and 4th on the G. Just makes it easier for hammering on that 6th fret on the G there. So you've got that as your second chord. Next chord is, so you've got your 3rd finger on the 6th fret on the low E. I'm barring the D, G and B string on the 4th fret, and then with my little finger I've got that familiar 6th fret on the G, and then coming off to the 4th fret. And then it's a straight up bar chord, B major on the 7th fret. And then it's like an F sharp 7 chord, so it's like that chord there. So you've got 3rd finger on the 9th fret on the A, middle finger 8th fret on the D, little finger on the 9th fret on the G, and then your 1st finger on the 7th fret on the B. Okay, so those are your chords. Okay, and rhythmically, I'll slow it down. So you've got, now it is quite messy on the track with that, so I wouldn't worry too much about being super accurate with the rhythm. Sound-wise, I've gone for a Vox 8030 with quite a lot of mid in it, not a crazy amount of treble, slightly broken up, a room reverb, and also I've got a single coil in my Telecaster on the bridge pickup. If you do all that, you'll definitely be in Kook's territory. So that's it for this episode of Top 5 Riffs. I really hope you guys enjoyed it. If you want to download the sounds and you've got a Helix, head to my About section in my YouTube channel. There'll be a link there for the Helix Marketplace. You can download all of the sounds that I've used in this video there. If you like this video, please subscribe to my channel. It means a lot. Leave a like, and I'll catch you guys on the next video. Take it easy.